This is what $40 million buys you in Vail, Colorado. Welcome back to the channel. Eric here, and in this week's episode, we are in Vail, Colorado, where we are about to tour this mountainside. Now some stats on the home. It has 5 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. It's just over 12,000 square feet of interior living space. Now some stats on the home. It has 5 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. It's just over 12,000 square feet of interior living space, situated on a very rare 1.88 acre lot, which runs horizontal. I'll explain a bit more all that later. Now, before we jump into this episode, I want to give a huge thanks to the listing agent, Ron Byrne. And with that, let's jump into this tour. And from here, you can really see the scale of the entire estate.
It's quite breathtaking, isn't it? The views are incredible.
Welcome to the majestic mountain mansion. I'm Eric. Let's begin our tour of this incredible home right now. One, because it has that traditional cabin feeling. We have the Colorado moss stone on the exterior with that beautiful slate roof. You can see behind me here. The thing about this home, the main selling point, other than everything we're about to see inside, is the view of Vail Mountain. But we're gonna head into the house now. And before we head in, I wanna show you this. And this is very unique. We have a floating bridge, and if you look down below me, this is a creek that is running down the side of the mountain through the home. This touchscreen here controls everything. As you can see right now, it's set up for the pool, but we have the Savant music system, DJ, lighting, and pool temperature. Even here we have the weather station telling us everything: sunset, sunrise, humidity, dew point, all right here. So we have the tech here, then right across we have a hidden laundry chute. So you have a day at the pool, you can come toss your towels here, go right down to the laundry room. Attention to detail, that's what really sells these homes and drives up that luxury factor. Now we're entering the dining room here. Now in the center of this dining room table, you'll notice there's this little lip. This actually raises up. You can put ice in there. So you can put sushi there, cold drinks, anything, and it's all built right in seamlessly to this dining room table. So from this formal dining room, we're gonna head now into my favorite room in the house. This is the wine tasting cellar area. Now what's unique about this room is if you look down, we have glass inlaid in the floor, so you can actually look down to the lower level of this home. I just think this room is amazing, and I love how it's round. It really has that communal feeling. Then off to my left here, this is the 2,000 bottle temperature controlled wine cellar. And I love how you have this stainless steel with that Colorado moss rock, which is then lit from above with built-in LED lights. So then we'll shut this, keep that cold air in here. And we'll make our way continuing downward in the house. Off to my left here, this is actually pretty cool. We're gonna head in here real quick. Who has a urinal in their home? I mean, come on. Now the reason for this urinal is because this is technically the towel room, the pool bathroom. So I'm gonna give you a little peek right now. Just take a little look outside. Keep this shut for now. So leaving the pool bathroom, we're gonna now head up these travertine stairs that then come to this nice walnut floor. So off to the left, we have this beautiful winding staircase. With that rock on either side. Down below us, we have sandstone on the staircase. And this is the owner's office. This is the You Made It office. Vaulted ceiling, again, keeping with that circular feeling. In front of the desk, we have the built-in LED TV into this beautiful walnut shelving in the millwork. All the shelves are illuminated with LED lighting. The best part of this home office, take a step outside through these double doors. To your balcony overlooking the pool, Vail Mountain, I mean, just take a look at the view. White clouds in the background, baby blue, robins, egg skies, all the greens. But like I said, we're saving the best for last, so we'll keep these shut. And now we're gonna head back down the staircase and continue on. So now back down on that main level, We're gonna head now behind me to the owner's wing of this house. I'll hold the door open for you guys.
This thing looks incredible. Check it out. How cool is that, right?
Well, on this level, we have the living room, kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. I know the view is very tempting, but before we get there, let's tour these 2 bedrooms real quick.
As soon as we walk in, we have a powder room right here for this floor of the house. As we move into the next quarter, our focus will be on maximizing efficiency and delivering results. This isn't just a role I'm playing. This is who I am now, and they need to understand the implications of that.
We're here to restructure the deal. There's no room for error and no time for hesitation.
Mỗi chi tiết ở đây đều được chế tác như một tác phẩm nghệ thuật. Nhìn tường kính đi hỏi, đó là loại vật liệu từng dùng trong hàng không. starter. A man defined by his meticulous nature and unwavering resolve. He operates in a world of stark contrasts.
This Vietnamese dessert, the Che Khoai Mon, has such a rich, buttery texture, and the sweet coconut flavor is just decadent.
Welcome to my signature kitchen design. The centerpiece is this professional-grade cooking range, built for precision and performance.
My backstory is complicated. My goals are clear. I just need to decide how far I'm willing to go to achieve them.
Điều khiến phòng này đặc biệt đi không phải kích thước, mà là cảm giác mọi chi tiết đều phục vụ một mục đích duy nhất, hưởng thụ.
Almost, yes. Look right there. Oh my goodness, you did it.
Đây không phải giải trí. Đây là vương quốc của sự thỏa mãn.
Bơi xong thấy khỏe hẳn ra.
Tôi đã làm việc với nhiều hồ bơi xa xỉ, nhưng cái này đúng là câu chuyện khác.
Rough day at the office, but seeing you makes it better.
You, go get changed. I'll finish up here.
Đây không phải sân vườn. Đây là một khu rừng kiến trúc.
He has secrets the file won't tell you, and goals no one else can achieve. This is Alex Carter.
An ninh mật mã. Tuyệt vời. Gửi cho tôi một chiếc như thế này. Ông có vẻ thích nó.
Cô là ai? Tên cô là gì?
Tôi thề, chỉ riêng garage này đã đáng để làm video riêng.
Cảm ơn bạn đã đồng hành trong hành trình này. Hẹn gặp lại trong việc thử tiếp theo.
Thêm tiêu đề, mô tả và hashtag chuẩn SEO. Đây là những gì chúng ta cần tập trung vào.
The King is just a part of it. You get the Senjing's Walchucks where they're for free. You get it the selling the very cake for story tajing. In the consequence.
We designed this space to be the ultimate expression of sophisticated living.
We're here to restructure the deal. There's no room for error and no time for hesitation.
Mỗi chi tiết ở đây đều được chế tác như một tác phẩm nghệ thuật. Nhìn từ kính đi khởi, đó là loại vật liệu thường dùng trong hàng không.
Alex Carter, a man defined by his meticulous nature and unwavering resolve. He operates in a world of stark contrasts.
This Vietnamese dessert, the chè khoai môn, has such a rich, buttery texture, and the sweet coconut flavor is just decadent.
Welcome to my signature kitchen design. The centerpiece is this professional-grade cooking range, built for precision and performance. My backstory is complicated. My goals are clear. I just need to decide how far I'm willing to go to achieve them.
Điều khiến phòng này đặc biệt y không phải kích thước, mà là cảm giác mọi chi tiết đều phục vụ một mục đích duy nhất, hưởng thụ.
Almost. Yes. Look right there. Oh my goodness. You did it.
Đây không phải giải trí. Đây là vương quốc của sự thỏa mãn.
Bơi xong thấy khỏe hẳn da.
Has to match the house. It's ginormous. The saltwater pool, I love this simple plaster finish. Definitely. Now we're moving on to the side yard, or maybe we should call it the exterior entertaining wing. We have an oversized jacuzzi located here. We have 2 Miele induction cooktops here. Now, let's pivot back to the family room. Sliding glass doors open to the exteriors. Here we are, another powder room, gorgeous cabinetry. I'm sure we'll be seeing more bathrooms. Let's see. This is the locker room. Essentially, I believe we're clocking in at around 3,000 square feet right here.
I haven't had much of a chance to speak because I'm slightly overwhelmed. We've done a lot of walking already, but we've really only just begun, so let's keep the pace up.
Gracious. This wing leads us to the master suite. These magnificent double doors open up to the sitting room area, complete with a fireplace. It is incredibly sleek. I love this highly polished cabinet system, the waterfall edge on the island. These are amazing. I want one of these. That's what it is. And you don't just get phenomenal internal square footage, you also get incredible exterior living zones. I especially want to explore this section. I know people haven't seen it yet, but this master bedroom suite, just based on its size and scale, would probably fetch $5 to $10 million. We've just entered the bowling area. Naturally, we have a golf simulator set up here. Why wouldn't you? This is a full-size 4-lane bowling alley. Unbelievable. Exactly right. But in exchange, you get to experience the full scale of this incredible space. The ultimate putting green. My absolute favorite room in this house is the wellness center. I've seen countless cold plunges, yeah, and again, incredibly clear day today, but the ocean stretches out forever. Absolutely spot on unless you drive all the way out to Malibu. Yet another corridor. This hallway leads us into a candy room. This is such a colorful and fun All right, Mikey, let's duck back inside so we can show everyone the ensuite for this magnificent bedroom. And right here, you can actually look down into your...
Yeah, that's wild. Certainly a lot of firsts on this tour. Now, the glass balustrades run everywhere, ensuring those crucial views remain completely uninterrupted.
And stepping outside, we have a beautiful private balcony, and this is the jaw-dropping feature. This is where the concerts.
We enter the formal dining area, featuring this sensational table. Look at the sheer scale, commanding.
Right, buckle up, because we are about to dive into what is unequivocally the largest and, frankly, the most jaw-droppingly expensive residential property.
Right, buckle up, because we are about to dive into what is unequivocally the largest and, frankly, the most jaw-droppingly expensive residential property.
Seriously, that is incredible. And Brandon, the furniture pieces in here look absolutely miniature. The room is just ridiculously massive.
That is genuinely mind-blowing. I mean, these are actually generously sized sofas and seating sets. It's astounding. And you've got, that is a stunning outlook, seriously. Look at the sheer scale on display here, Mikey. Let's quickly duck into this bathroom.
The One không chỉ là một cái tên, nó là một huyền thoại sống, được mọi cư dân Los Angeles nhắc đến trong suốt 12 năm.
The One isn't just a building, it's a modern myth, an urban legend for every Angelino over the past 12 years, and its fame has exploded globally.
The One không chỉ là một cái tên, nó là một huyền thoại sống, được mọi cư dân Los Angeles nhắc đến trong suốt 12 năm xây dựng.
This is what they call the Royal Salon, the grand drawing room designed specifically for hosting the most esteemed of guests.
This is what they call the Royal Salon, the grand drawing room designed specifically for hosting the most esteemed of guests. This is the secondary sitting lounge. This is my personal favorite salon because it offers the single most explosive view of Los Angeles. This is, quite literally, the biggest house on the planet, spanning 105,000 square feet of total living space. And one of my favorite things, the fire pit positioned right over the gorgeous view. And this is another pool designed.
This right here is the brain of the entire property.
I love the artwork here. It's creative. We could almost steal that idea ourselves.
Yeah, the best art is always simple.
We are standing incredibly high up here, but I'm actually looking behind me where we have the ocean views, which we'll see in just a moment. We're kicking off the tour right here in the main motor court. That impressively long driveway winds up to this point, and halfway up,
We've seen one of these before.
We gotta try one of these before.
That's right, at another property listed by Rain and Brandon, actually.
Nào, xin mời quý vị, hãy cùng chúng tôi bắt đầu hành trình khám phá không tưởng này.
It has risen far beyond the definition of an ordinary home, becoming a symbol, an architectural entity larger than life.
This exploration episode has become our viewers' #1 request, and we can't wait to take you on a tour of this architecture. And that's not all. This mansion even has its own private high-end nightclub, perfect for unforgettable gatherings.
With completely unobstructed 360-degree views, every angle of this estate is nothing short of breathtaking.
That concludes our tour. I want to express deep gratitude to listing agents. You can find further details in the video description below. We've made it up to the rooftop. The first stop I want to introduce everyone to is the putting green. This has to be the most sophisticated.
This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the One is more than just a name. It's a living legend, spoken of by every Angelino throughout its 12 years of construction. This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the
soaring floor-to-ceiling cabinetry and those immense floor-to-ceiling glass walls. It's astonishing.
Yeah, that's insane.
This exploration episode has become our viewers' #1 request, and we can't wait to take you on a tour of this architecture. And that's not all. This mansion even has its own private high-end nightclub, perfect for unforgettable gatherings.
Opposites. With completely unobstructed 360-degree views, every angle of this estate is nothing short of breathtaking. That concludes our tour. I want to express deep gratitude to the listing agents. You can find further details in the video description below.
We made it up to the rooftop. The first stop I want to introduce everyone to is the putting green. This has to be the most sophisticated.
This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the one is more than just a name. It's a living legend, spoken of by every Angelino throughout its 12 years of construction. This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the
Soaring floor-to-ceiling cabinetry and those immense floor-to-ceiling glass walls. Astonishing. Oh.
Yeah, that's insane.
That concludes our tour. I want to express deep gratitude to the listing agents. You can find further details in the video description below.
We made it up to the rooftop. The first stop I want to introduce everyone to is the putting green. This has to be the most sophisticated.
This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the one is more than just a name. It's a living legend, spoken of by every Angelino throughout its 12 years of construction. This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the
Soaring floor-to-ceiling cabinetry and those immense floor-to-ceiling glass walls. Astonishing. Oh.
Yeah, that's insane.
This exploration episode has become our viewers' #1 request, and we can't wait to take you on a tour of this architecture.
Right, buckle up, because we are about to dive into what is unequivocally the largest and frankly the most jaw-droppingly expensive residential property. Seriously, that is incredible. And Brandon, the furniture pieces in here look absolutely miniature. The room is just ridiculously massive. That is genuinely mind-blowing. I mean, these are actually generously sized sofas and seating sets. It's astounding. And you've got, that is a stunning outlook, seriously. Look at the sheer scale on display here, Mikey. Let's quickly duck into this bathroom.
The One không chỉ là một cái tên, nó là một huyền thoại sống, được mọi cư dân Los Angeles nhắc đến trong suốt 12 năm.
The One isn't just a building, it's a modern myth, an urban legend for every Angelino over the past 12 years, and its fame has exploded globally.
The One không chỉ là một cái tên, nó là một huyền thoại sống, được mọi cư dân Los Angeles nhắc đến trong suốt 12 năm xây dựng.
This is what they call the Royal Salon, the grand drawing room designed specifically for hosting the most esteemed of guests.
This is what they call the Royal Salon, the grand drawing room designed specifically for hosting the most esteemed of guests. This is the secondary sitting lounge. This is my personal favorite salon because it offers the single most explosive view of Los Angeles. This is, quite literally, the biggest house on the planet, spanning 105,000 square feet of total living space. And one of my favorite things, the fire pit positioned right over the gorgeous view. And this is another pool design. This right here is the brain of the entire property.
I love the artwork here. It's creative. We could almost steal that idea ourselves.
Yeah, the best art is always simple. We are standing incredibly high up here, but I'm actually looking behind me where we have the ocean views, which we'll see in just a moment. We're kicking off the tour right here in the main motor court. That impressively long driveway winds up to this point, and halfway up, you've seen one of these before.
We gotta try one of these before.
That's right, at another property listed by Rainey and Brandon, actually.
Nào, xin mời quý vị, hãy cùng chúng tôi bắt đầu hành trình khám phá không tưởng này.
It has risen far beyond the definition of an ordinary home, becoming a symbol, an architectural entity larger than life.
This exploration episode has become our viewers' #1 request, and we can't wait to take you on a tour of this architecture. And that's not all. This mansion even has its own private high-end nightclub, perfect for unforgettable gatherings.
With completely unobstructed 360-degree views, every angle of this estate is nothing short of breathtaking. That concludes our tour. I want to express deep gratitude to the listing agents. You can find further details in the video description below.
We made it up to the rooftop. The first stop I want to introduce everyone to is the putting green. This has to be the most sophisticated.
This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and and the most expensive property currently on the one is more than just a name. It's a living legend, spoken of by every Angelino throughout its 12 years of construction. This is the mansion that holds a double record, the largest home and the most expensive property currently on the
Soaring floor-to-ceiling cabinetry and those immense floor-to-ceiling glass walls. It's astonishing. Oh.
Yeah, that's insane. I'll hold the door open for you guys. This thing looks incredible. Check it out. How cool is that, right? Well, on this level, we have the living room, kitchen, and 2 bedrooms. I know the view is very tempting, but before we get there, let's tour these 2 bedrooms real quick. As soon as we walk in, we have a powder room right here for this floor of the house.